Hi there, Callum from Top 10 VPN here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can get a free trial for NordVPN on Android for 7 days with absolutely no money leaving your account, so you can use it as much as you like without any conditions and nothing to worry about. And then, as a little alternative, I'm going to show you how you can get the 30-day free trial on any platform. I'll be using desktop, and how you can then get a refund with quite literally 0 questions asked and no hassle to get your money back before the end of that period, so that you can essentially use it for 3, kind of like a month free trial. So, let's get into it. Here you can see the recording from my Android smartphone. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy, something or other, doesn't matter which model, anyone will do it, that'll be the same, just make sure you're running the latest version of NordVPN. And if we open it up, you can see the 7-day free trial screen right there. So you can quite simply tap on try for 0.00. It says pounds on screen because I'm in the UK, but it'll say the same for whatever your currency is. As far as I'm aware, all regions get this offer as long as you're running it through, the Google Play store. So shouldn't be anything to worry about there. We simply tap on it. It processes. The screen then goes black momentarily because this is where you can see all of my payment details. So I'd have blurred it out anyway, but Android does the same for you when you begin to screen record. So we'll skip through this where it's all black screen, but this would be the bit where you would be entering your payment details, your billing details, all this kind of stuff. But again, don't worry about that too much because it doesn't take any money out. It's just making sure there is a payment card on file so that should you leave it to the end of the 7-day period, it can then charge you. But we're not going to let that happen, right? You can see here it says 1 moment please because the payment is being processed. It's not being processed, there is no purchase being processed, it's just a kind of a figure of speech I think baked into the app there, and then after a certain amount of time it should simply take us through to the home screen and we can use NordVPN exactly as normal, connect to servers, use all the features, whatever it is you like. What comes next is the equally important part, and that is the bit where we cancel the trial to make sure that we do not get charged. And what's very, very cool about this is that you can do this immediately. It won't cut you off early, you will still get the full 7 days to use NordVPN to your heart's content without having to worry about it taking payment of your account because you're going to go and cancel it right now. So, let's see how we do that. It might be a little bit unintuitive, a little bit more obscure than you might have thought, but we have to go to the Google Play app, and then tapping in the top right hand corner where our account is, that will be your name there of course, then into payments and subscriptions, and then tap onto subscriptions, and you'll see there's NordVPN. It says the next payment is due on whatever the date is, 7 days from when you did this, with the full amount there. So after that, just tap on the big cancel subscription button, decline to answer if you don't want to say why. That's what we did. Click continue, then cancel subscription again, making sure you haven't backed out at this point because it's asking you a couple of times, but we're going to power through, and now it says that we're cancelled. It's that simple. And what's great is that, as you can see, it says your subscription will end on, and it'll say the date 7 days from when you've done this, so you can use it as much as you like until then. And with that done on Android, you might be wondering, oh, I don't have an Android phone, I have an iPhone, I'm an iOS user, surely I can do the same, right? And rather curiously, we found when we sat down to do this, the answer is actually no. NordVPN for some reason doesn't have a free trial on iOS. I chatted with some of my colleagues about why this might be. We were kind of left scratching our heads. Could be something to do with the way that cost splitting works between app manufacturers and the iOS App Store. It could be to do with the way payments are processed when you do it via iPhone, something like that. But for whatever reason, unlike with the vast majority of VPNs that offer trials on mobile, this one for NordVPN sadly is exclusive to Android. A little bit strange, so sorry about that, but hopefully what comes up next will be an option that you can use instead, iPhone users. Stick around. Now, we've moved over to my Mac here, where I've gone to the NordVPN website in a browser, and I'm going to click on Get NordVPN to take out a subscription. As you can see, there are 3 different types of plan, the Ultimate, the Plus, and the Basic. The differences there are in the features that you get with the product, so just for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to go with Basic. Then along the top, you have the 3 different plan lengths. And there's a 2-year plan, the 1-year plan, and the 1-month plan. Interestingly, you may have noticed there, they all offer the 30-day money-back guarantee, including the plan that is only 30 days long, which seems a little too good to be true. I will be brutally honest, I haven't actually tested that. I used the 1-year plan in this demonstration, but it says it on the website. I couldn't find anything in the terms and conditions. I should imagine that NordVPN would be beholden to that, so feel free, if you're really, really paranoid and don't want to take this video demonstration at face value, if you're really paranoid about your money being taken out of your account, feel free to go with the monthly plan. That way, if anything goes wrong, you're only out of pocket less than $20. So we proceed through, and we come to the account creation screen. I'm just going to quickly make up an account here and enter in all my payment details, and we're going to skip through it. Now, there is one particularly interesting point which I noticed when I was doing this video, which is that you have the tax country there on the right hand side of the screen, right by where it says VAT, which is what we call the transactional tax in the United Kingdom. It might be called something else where you live. You can choose a different country from that drop down menu, so out of curiosity, I picked the US Virgin Islands, a country that I know doesn't have any VAT on its purchases, therefore instantly removing that additional tax charge to the cost of the subscription. Of course, it doesn't matter to me because, as I said, we're going to be getting our money back for it, but if you did want to go ahead with the purchase, it turns out that works. That's something you can do. You can actually choose a different tax country to where you're located and where your card is registered, and Nord accepts it just fine. NordVPN accepts it, and you can essentially get it for cheaper just by doing that straight away. So, we're going to enter all our payment details, fast forward this, and going to see what happens once we're done creating our account. Now, with all of that complete, we're going to sign into our account, download NordVPN, install it, open it up, go into our account, and you can see there's all that time yet to come out in the future. But what we're going to do now is get the refund, and this is immediately with no time elapsing. I'm doing this straight away as soon as I was done purchasing it. So I go to NordVPN website, and I'm going to go to the account help, and then I'm going to go, instead of clicking on any of these categories here, I'm instead going to click on NordVPN support for the live chat in the bottom corner. You'll see it'll ask me for a couple of cursory details, but that's really all the grief it's going to give me. It's actually a remarkably smooth process, so hats off to Nord there. I was kind of fearing the worst. I was expecting to be put through the ringer, to have to answer a ton of questions from some poor chat center worker on the other side of the world. I didn't know what was going to be waiting for me, but actually all it took was a couple of lines, and then as you'll see, the process after that is largely automated. So you can see I've got a response there from the Nord bot, which has given me a link saying request a refund. We click on that, and it opens up a new page in the browser, ignoring my my low battery sign there for my mouse. Don't worry about that, it lasted for the rest of the video, we're all good. And then you can see what I just purchased there, the 1 year plan. I click on refund. It asks for a primary reason for the refund request. Ultimately, say anything you like, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't affect the decision. It's not going to turn you away because you said the wrong answer. It's not a trap. I think it's genuinely just for Nord's higher-ups to help improve the product, and they can look at the breakdown of what people tend to say. So I just picked a random answer there. I'm then going to say I just wanted to test the product, which is actually true. It's kind of funny that's an option there, but that is true. I did just want to test the product for the sake of this video. We do that. I click the button. It comes to this final screen where you can see what I'm going to get a refund for, just under £50 in this instance. I click refund, and after a quick load, it's done. That's really all there is to it. It's received the request. We'll email you once it's processed. It may take up to 4 hours. I found that was about correct. The refund's processing. Just make sure you don't click cancel refund there, but there's nothing more to it than that. And with this, you can use this for 30 days for free. Obviously, don't necessarily do what I do here, because I believe the second that I do go through with that refund process, my access does get cut off. But you can leave it instead to the very last day of that 30-day free trial period, or a money-back guarantee period, I should say, to use it as a free trial. And as long as you do it before the end of that 30th day, you get all your money back. Very few questions asked, as we've seen there. And it's that straightforward. And hopefully by showing you this, I don't believe that anyone else on YouTube has done this in terms of actually going through with the process of asking for the refund. They normally kind of just say, oh yeah, you can do it, and then leave you to use your imagination for the rest of it. But I wanted to put your mind at ease and show you that you genuinely can do it, and it is that simple, and it is that reliable. I don't work for Nord, I work for a VPN testing website, so this isn't any sort of propaganda or me trying to sell you on the product. I was genuinely curious as well. I wanted that real user experience. I wanted to buy the product for real and then jump through all the same hoops that you will to get a refund. And as it turns out, there weren't that many. Very straightforward. Let me know how the process went for you. Let me know if you did it on Android, if you did it on Mac OS or Windows or any other device like that. Hopefully the process was just as straightforward for you. And also let me know if it wasn't. If NordVPN gave you any grief, do let me know, because in theory, it should be just as straightforward as this for everyone. Hopefully it doesn't come down to that. So hopefully this video has been informative for you, and I'll see you next time.